Hello, Gerry Morand here. And this morning, when I was going through my morning mindset call with a mastermind group I join in with, we discussed the chapter in Think and Grow Rich about worry. And that got me thinking about another book I read recently called The Hidden Brain. Now, in that book, there was a chapter about how people react in a crowd as opposed to how they react on their own. So one example that was given was how if an individual is sitting in his office alone, in a walled office, and a fire alarm goes off, the majority of people will do what is required during a fire alarm. They'll follow the drill procedure, they'll get up, close their computer, head out in an orderly fashion without using the elevator, and blah, blah, blah. But put that same individual in an open office where you can see all his fellow co-workers and a whole group around him, and chances are that person will start looking around and he'll say, okay, what's everyone else doing now? Is anyone else getting up and leaving? And everyone will start doing that. So the whole group will react in the same fashion, and then they'll do the same thing, and they'll all just sit there instead of actually reacting and doing what should be done. Another example he gave was how it was an actual study where some people were set up in this elevator situation. So there was a person in an elevator that had a handful of pencils or coins, something that would make a lot of noise when it was dropped. And if that person was in the elevator with just one other person and they dropped these items, that other person, like a very high percentage of the time, would bend down and help pick them up and get them all gathered out of the elevator. Now, in the same situation, when there's 5 or 6 people in the elevator and that person drops things, everyone just kind of looks at each other, and unless one person actually starts doing it, none of them do. And it's very interesting when you think about that. In the Think and Grow Rich book, where he talks about how during the Depression everybody was worrying about money and how everybody kind of felt the same way about it. And that's pretty much what this book, The Hidden Brain, is speaking about as well, how all our minds are interconnected and we all start to do the same thing together based on what the group mentality is. If you like to give it an analogy, you can think of it as string theory in physics. You know how they say that all atoms are connected by this invisible string, and that's what makes them react the way they do in a sub-particle level. Well, you can think of our minds along the same way. Our minds are like energy, and they're all connected with these invisible strings, and they get tugged and pulled in different directions based on the group mentality and the forces around them based on other minds in their area. So what I'd like you to do with this information is kind of think about how you react. If you're sitting there in an office full of people and the alarm goes off, are you the one who gets up and does the correct thing and asks others to follow you and say, look, it's a fire alarm, let's go, we have to do this? Or are you the one in the elevator who's going to help, like you should, help your fellow individuals if someone drops something? Are you the first one who's going to get down and help so that the others will help and make that job easier? Think about that as you go through your day and how you react in different areas and how the group mentality or how you feel that other people are going to think affects the way that you act. And try to be true to yourself and do what you know is right. Follow your gut instinct and do the right thing, and don't worry about what the rest of the group is doing. Thanks for watching, and as always, please comment, share, and like if you feel you should, and please come back for the next video. Bye.